At the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. And off we go from Denver. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Now our first carry for Melvin Gordon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Bengals, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Bridgewater. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at about the 32. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week, they're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. There's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And returning it, here's Hamler. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
We gonna shut y'all down.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Steps away to his left. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity.
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
3rd and short yardage, Bridgewater. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown.
That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow airing one out for Boyd. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
Let's go.
And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. $13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he...
Now Burrow loses the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff. This is Gordon going left. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That good for 19 and a first down. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Burrow will throw. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Mixon with a 1st down and more. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow, he gets this in the hands of Mixon. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half.
He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Throwing, Bridgewater. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Bobby Massey, the right tackle, called for the penalty there. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. To throw is Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it.
It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. McPherson's kick is good. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
58 yards on the ground for him so far. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And some room to roam now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, I'd have to say in that situation, they're lined up for a running play. It's only 3rd and 2. Some element of the pass, but that was really well blocked.
Probably call those gravy plays, right, if you're the offensive coordinator?
No doubt about it. All you're trying to do is get the 2 yards necessary for a first down. Then you look up, you got a whole lot more than that.
Yeah, they did. They got a lot more than that, indeed. Now a 2nd down and 6. They'll go jet sweep here with Dorsett. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Burrow looking to pass. Dumps it off to Mixon. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. McPherson's kick is good, and that's going to tie us at 13. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Bridgewater's throw into the hands of Fant. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 27. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 60 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
2nd down and goal. Bridgewater flushed out right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Burrow. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Hey, can.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Flush to his right. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. We've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. The Bengals drive about to get going. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 101 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. And they'll go jet sweep here with Dorsett. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Space to run past the 20. And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the 1st down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon, and they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell. Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. C.J. Uzomah. his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. They do tack on the extra point as well. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Bridgewater. Finding Sutton. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Eluding the pressure right. He's got Gordon. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
And, partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here's Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Bridgewater to throw. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now Gordon on first down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Big third down. A field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. Now Bridgewater on the move to his left. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And his kick is good. And it'll be all smiles on